the Pretty and Petty podcast. I am your host tonight. You're probably wondering where Esti is, and I can say Alex is with me. And that's all I'm going to say about that.
I've joined the Pretty and Petty podcast. Alex is guest starring.
Stop it. Alex has wonderful attendance. Esti back to square one with her no show today.
She gets no sticker.
No, but you're going to get a little bit of me and Alex and our banter. Alex and I have a friendship of over 15 plus years. So you're going to get us in our natural state. And quite frankly, we don't have shit to really talk about with you guys tonight. So we're just going to ad-lib it.
We just missed you. We just missed being on and talking to you guys. I'm pretty sure you missed our voices.
I missed my voice.
Mine's okay. Have you ever heard of yourself?
No, actually, quite honestly, I think that, you know how you're always, so for our listeners, whenever we're editing, right? Alex is always asking the editor, our editor, either we have two editors, right? So our producers to lower her voice in the recordings, right? Because she sounds so loud, right? So it's
natural.
It's an ongoing, like, it's always like, can you just lower my voice? And they're like, I don't know how, but okay, we'll do our best, right? That's her one ask. Can you just lower my voice? But then I was thinking, I was listening to some of our old episodes, and I'm like, fuck, I'm loud too.
Yeah, but you're not like loud. Like I'm loud. Like someone wants to mute me.
No, I don't think so, because the shit that you say is hysterical. I know. It's just that we sound like we're arguing, right?
Yeah. It's just it's love, but I don't know. I'm always like, damn, I'm fucking loud
and angry. I sound
angry,
loud
and I'm not. Everybody's always thinks I'm an angry person, but I'm not. Or they were like, damn, they were like, she's rough. I'm not. I'm actually a very sweet person.
She is. She's hysterical. She's funny. She'll give you the shirt off her back.
I'm just an asshole.
But I will tell you though, you do have that face. We've discussed this before. You do have that face that, like, people are scared to approach you.
There's a difference. See, but here's the difference between Karen and I. I have a face of like, I don't want to be bothered. But then I will talk to you, right? Then once you speak to me, you see that I'm a cool person. Karen, on the other hand, comes in very sweet and very nice. But then she throws gangster at you. She becomes gangster at you. Like, then you're like, so she's like more like the one you need to worry about. Me, I'm very like, you're like, oh, this girl's like this. But then once you start talking to me, you're like, no, she's cool. Karen will have a flip side. It's different.
It's a little, I'm not going to lie. I did turn
like, even dark. Now, you see how Karen's talking? She's like mad smiley and shit. It's like, she's like, yeah. And then she'll be like, this bitch looks at me one more time. And I'm like, fuck, Karen? Or you were cool with
Alex
her.
is always like, chill, Karen. Chill. Like, it's all right. Like,
it's all right. I know, but I read people right away, like that they're assholes. Karen is like, oh no, let's give them a chance.
And I think that that's why I get so mad, Alex. I think that's why I become like He-Hulk, right? She-Hulk, rather. Because I'm like, I try to give people the benefit of the doubt, right? And we all have bad days and we all are stressed and we're all going through this shit world, right? And so I'm like, I understand. I get you. But like, I'm going through that same plight too. Alex is going through that same plight. We're all going through that. It's when I give you the benefit of the doubt and then you're a dick. Ugh. That pisses me the fuck off.
But I like that. You know why? Because Karen's always like, Alex, you can be such an asshole. But I read people right away who's a prick right away. Karen likes to wait a couple months. Then when she finds out they're assholes, she'll be like, you believe this bitch did this? I'm like, I told you that from the get-go. And you're like, I know, Alex, but whatever. Like, not everyone. What do you want me to just remove everyone from my life? I'm like, the assholes, yeah. Like, why would you keep an asshole around for more than a day? I just felt like
true. I try to give people the benefit of the doubt. I feel like the goodness is in there. It's almost like a naivety that I have, that I'm like, oh, I think everyone is good. I think that internally, we're all good. It's the outside elements that create who we are, I guess, in a sense. Like, we had it rough, or we, come from humble beginnings, or whatever the case may be. So those are the things that harden us, right? So I want to believe that everyone is good. But Alex, you're like, nah.
No. And Karen has a couple of friends that I don't agree with for her to have a friendship with. But she's like, no, Alex, they're nice. And then they'll do something like and Karen doesn't want to tell me they did something. She'd be like, oh my God, if I tell you who did this, you're going to be like, I told you. I'm like, because I already know. You always have that one, like, couple of friends. Like, if you're ever like have a best friend and then she's friends with people that you don't agree with, like, you're just waiting for them to like fail so that you can be like, come back.
She's in the cheer section waiting for the shoe to drop for them to be like, for me to see it.
I'm like, oh, you wanted to be friends with her, right? I told you.
That's literally how it comes out. Oh, but you wanted to be friends with her, didn't you?
I'm like, and I'm the bad guy. I'm like, I'm the antisocial. But now you know why.
But you know what? It's funny, and it's interesting that we're talking about this, because me personally, I have friends, right? And the people that I care about. Yeah. But you have a really extensive group of friends, right? Like, you have people, I mean, you traveled for Stephanie to Italy for her wedding because she lived up there.
No, because I have friends that fucking are global friends.
You are totally an international. Like, literally, you're like, oh, my family in Canada and my friend in Greece and this and that. And you're like, I'm like, I don't even have my best friend lives in Florida, and like, Instagram each other.
No, but like, I have I have you, and I have my best friend Carolina. Like, those are like my clay. And then obviously I have really close. I have a very small group of friends. I don't really.
Sure you don't, because you're in everybody's wedding. Alex has more dresses. Because everybody wants me to be the 27 dresses movie. Okay, her closet is probably popping out with all the wedding dresses.
I gave all those dresses away.
Oh, you did? That's good. Okay,
so that's good. See, look at that. That's the good part of me. You see, because I'm loud and intimidating. But I gave away all those dresses to young ladies for their prom.
How much money do you think you've spent on like friends' weddings participating, like in total?
Disgustingly amount. I like probably could have bought a house by now.
Yeah, I think so too.
At least could have put like 30% down on a house by now. Yeah. Because y'all, the problem is, and we've brought this up about weddings and shit like that. I feel, and I'm very adamant on this, and I think it should be a clause that once y'all get married and all the money that was spent on your bridal shower, your bachelorette, your all this, and the first child, and all that shit, and then you decide you want to get a divorce, there needs to be something in the clause.
But how many, okay.
You got 5 years. I think after 5 years. Okay.
So what's the minimum time frame? Like
5 years.
Okay, so if they break up before the 5 years, like expiration date.
There needs to be some reparations. I need something.
I think that's fair.
I feel you gotta pay me.
And you know what's sad about that is that the condition in which we live in, the world that we live in, it's a blessing when people are married for more than 5 years.
When I hear people, I was just this past weekend and I was like, oh, how long have y'all been together? They're like 18 years. I'm like, 18 years? Wow. That's like never unheard of.
Yeah, it's unheard of. Like, you're like,
we got J-Lo on like her 8th man, and these motherfuckers are like 18.
Or I'm like, damn, they're still together? Like questioning.
But she even asked, she was like, why you made that face? I was like, you still like him? She's like, yeah. She's like, no, we have a good time. And I'm like, you don't gotta fake it. Like, don't worry, we talk later. I was like, really? Like 18 years, imagine you wake up with the same person.
Yeah, well, some people like that. Some
people like it.
I mean, make it worth your while. You know what I'm saying? Like they're. It's not in that sense. My God, Esti's not here today, and you got to give me the sex look like the
First of all, it can't just be fucking. He folded the laundry. That's what's making the marriage exciting.
That shit, it means something. Okay.
Oh, I know. Like, it does.
That is sexy. He folded the laundry is fucking sexy because I don't want to fold the laundry.
I know.
He made breakfast. I always said this. Breakfast is a meal that I hate making because I'm tired.
The kids, yeah.
I'm so tired in the morning, and I'm not a morning person. I'm groggy. I'm basically now in quarantine, rolling out of bed in my pajamas, brushing my teeth barely, and turning on the computer. Exactly.
And like, I
walk from upstairs, my upstairs level, to my downstairs where my office is, but that's it. And I'm just like blah. So the fact that on top of that, I have to make breakfast for 3 human beings and a cat. I am so like, ugh. I just want somebody to make breakfast for me. I'll do lunch and dinner. Just do breakfast.
I know guys that do that for their wives. They like make the coffee in the morning, bring it to them in bed. I was like, that's not a bad thing.
That's wonderful.
But then you get like morning booty is not bad either, Karen. I don't know about you.
But that would give me the want and desire to give you morning booty because I know that
you're doing breakfast.
You're going to feed me after that morning booty.
See, this is good. This is good, Karen. This is good for our listeners that women are like, what do men want?
It's the little things.
And what do women want? So like men, if you say, babe, don't worry, you take that extra 15 minutes to get up. I'm gonna make coffee. You want what do you want on your? How do you want your bagel?
You want the cleaner? You want the French vanilla today, babe?
I'm gonna bring you. I'm gonna come up here. I'm gonna set them up. Then I'm gonna come back up here and bring you coffee. And when he comes up and brings you coffee,
wide open,
and you bring him a nice morning blowjob, that's love.
Wide open.
That's why 18 years might work.
Listen, maybe the key is breakfast.
I didn't go into specifics, but I think breakfast is because it's the most important meal of the day. And that's how it starts you off.
It does. It does. I don't have fuel. So imagine I don't have fuel in the morning, right? And then I gotta find some specimen of energy to make breakfast, right? So I'm on E. I'm on fumes.
Yeah.
Right? And I have to make breakfast for someone. Ugh. God, I never eat breakfast because I'm busy making it for them. I'm like, I forget it. I'm just done for the day.
I know that by him making you breakfast, he gets something in return, which gives him the energy for the day too. Because I know I've heard.
It's like the bartering system. You give me something, I give you something.
I remember when I was in a relationship, the guys at work used to be like, Alex, every morning, if you do that for your man, you will come home to some wine and love. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. And one morning I did it. And I literally came home to like him at the door with wine. Hey, babe, how was your day? I was like,
bitch, you could have had a surf and turf that night. Ruth's Chris dinner.
If only they told me earlier, maybe I would have salvaged some relationships. Damn, all you needed was a blowjob. God damn it. I'm over here. I knew I fucked it up.
I fucked up. It's my fault. Why'd your relationship end? It was my fault. I didn't give him a morning BJ.
I was tired. I was on my way. But you know what? I'm telling you. And then one guy at work was like, Alice, why don't you just think? We're very simple men, simple-minded men. We don't need much. You don't got to cook us breakfast and all that jazz. Wake up. I wake up to you doing that. I'm set for the day. I'm in love. I was like, what?
See? I mean, I think these are things that need to be negotiated before the deed is done. You know what I'm saying? Like before you lock yourself down to another human being for the end till the end of existence, forever. Until you do that, I think that before you do that, you need to literally sit down and say, what do you want? Okay, what do I want? These are the things that I want. These are the things that you want.
How can we work like together? That, Karen? That's the thing. You have a good point. Because I think that's why relationships don't last like they should. And people are so quick to be over with. Because it could be between midway or when things get bad, when they're like, well, what do you want? And what do you want? No, we should have said what we wanted from the get-go. And if your ass cannot make me an Eggo waffle and some coffee in the morning, God damn it, I should have known that from week 1 when we were together. Because, all right, or like you are a girl that doesn't do blowjobs, then I should have known that shit from the beginning.
Right? That's what I think.
I agree with you, Karen. You came out with something very good.
I think that, you know, maybe it's like age that has me thinking in this respect, but it's kind of like, you know, maybe getting married younger or whatever.
Yeah.
You have this idealism about marriage, right? Or you have this romantic view of marriage. And I'm not talking about romantic in like, oh,
happily ever after,
but it's just,
kind of shit.
But it's pretty, right? You see things pretty. You know, you don't think about his toenails clippings. You don't think about like him, you know, mowing his chest hair. You don't think about any of that, right? No. You just think it's all going to be wonderful. Stuff. You're going to be cuddling every night with the same person, and their breath is going to smell great in the morning, and your breath is going to smell great. Yes, in the morning. Listen. I don't even like a body next to me. I get hot. Even my toddler, like my little girl who sleeps with me, I'm like, ugh, you're hot.
I generate heat. I don't know
what.
I don't know why.
I'm sorry. I'm always sweating and I'm always hot. And it could be very well because I'm fat.
No, I think, you know what? I don't know if it's the phantasma of us or what. Because I don't know. Because I remember being in a meeting next to somebody. And one guy was like, Jesus Christ, is that you? And I'm like, what's me? He's like, I feel heat coming off. I was like, I'm just hot blooded. He was like, no, you need to get that shit checked. You are radiating. Like, I don't even need to put on a jacket. I was like,
oh, you did the sun's job. You basically were just radiating heat.
Oh, I'm as big as the sun. So probably.
No, that's not
true.
Big
bitch next to me over here just illuminating.
Can you just like breathe somewhere else? You're hot.
But you notice that in a lot of like memes and TikToks, they even say the like first year of marriage or time, when beginning of dating, you're like, cuddling. And then you're like, can you stop breathing so loud?
Yeah, like I don't know. There's so much to it, right? There's so many elements now that you think about it. It's just like, damn, I didn't think I was going to be talking to my husband through like with an open bathroom door. Like,
yes.
Like there's certain things I like to keep private, but now after like whatever years, you're just like, whatever.
I mean, you're at the point now where like you probably would like put an enema in his ass if needed, right? Like,
I mean, yeah, I would be.
That doesn't see, but these are things also should be discussed before marriage. Like, what's going to come with this marriage? Like, are you ready to help me if I'm constipated and you got to put your finger in my ass? Are you that down girl, right?
Are you the Bobby Brown to my Whitney Houston?
Yes.
Are you going to stick your finger
in my ass?
In my ass.
Because there's sometimes people are like, I didn't sign up for this. No, that's why you need to know what are they down for. Because a lot of marriages break up. They were like, I didn't know he was going to be like this, Alex. And I'm like, well, what did you think it was going to happen? She was like, I don't know, but he snores or he's constantly farting. I didn't know he had a gas problem. He's like, you know, so that's why a lot of people say you need to like live with someone before you get married. But I even feel like even then, you don't get the full Monty of that person because they're still like, I still don't got that ring on them yet. So they might still leave. So I can't fully blast. But I'm with you.
How can I say things without divulging too much?
Oh, no, you don't. But no, you gave good pointers for like, those of us that if we're gonna go down that aisle.
But you know what I think, not only for those who are going, you know, haven't gone down the aisle in the first time, but in the second time or the third, let's just say, right?
Damn.
Like, do you become
Who would want to do it second and third? I'm just
saying, like, you know, because we live in the society where we just started off saying if people last longer than 5 years, that's a big deal, right? So in this society where second and third marriages are possible, right? You think back at the first time and you're like, wait, another motherfucker's ass I have to like smell? Like another? Like more toenail clippings?
Finger in somebody else's ass. That's a lot of fingers in the guy's ass. That's a lot of.
I mean, like, and you know, now that we're on the topic, something I've always asked and wondered, right? Now we're on the topic of like second and third marriages, right? So you widow, God forbid, right?
Yeah, we killing this motherfucker.
Already. So you widow, and then you find, and you loved your husband, let's just say. Okay. And then you get married again, you find love again. And this person is like your twin soul, right? Let's just say you just found love and you end up just in complete love with this person till the end of time. Who do you spend eternity with in heaven? The first husband who died, but you loved him. And let's say he's the father of your children, or this like twin soul you met after. Like that's some bullshit.
Karen, I'm not Jesus. Jesus will decide that. That's going to be when I get there. I'm going to be like, Jesus, you brought them to me. You took one away and brought another into my life for a reason. So Jesus, that's for Jesus's job because he's the one that took the life and brought a life, right? Into Jesus.
That's a very Christian way of thinking about it. But let's just say you don't believe in Jesus, right?
Well, then your ass won't be up there deciding about eternity.
That's so true. Yeah, touche. You got that. That's true. And then if you don't believe in Jesus, you're not going to be up there, so you don't have to worry about who you're going to spend eternity with.
I always tell Karen, I'm like, I have a very filthy mind, and also filthy mouth. I'm like a truck driver and curse. I curse every 5. Like I've actually pulled back a little bit on this podcast, but I curse a lot. I tell Karen that I do a lot of like foundations and charity and stuff like that because I want to get in the VIP section or at least be up there when I die. Like I don't feel like I should be online like other people.
So you're trying to put in credits.
I'm trying to put credits in.
Okay, soul credits. So we're going to call them soul credits.
Karen thinks we're both going to hell. Maybe, but that's some bullshit because I done did a lot of good stuff. But then I think about what I've just been doing in the past couple of years.
Well, I'm hoping your credits get pushed onto me too.
No, you don't get those credits. It's not a shared credit. You don't get a shared credit.
I mean, you can't hook a bitch up.
I don't know. It's not like I have a fucking...
Be like, God, look, you accepted 12 of my
Who's
credits,
in the front? Right? Who's usually in the front? St. Peter or something? Who's
St.
Anthony? Who's one of the saints?
St. Gabriel?
Somebody's in the front. See, you don't even know that.
I think it's St. Peter.
So it's not like I have a direct connection with him. I mean, we pray to him and stuff. But
what if it's like you have 20 credits and it only takes 12 credits to go into heaven, and I have 8? Right?
Still won't make it,
Karen. You can't give me some of your credits?
You still won't make it.
What? Of course.
If it's 12 credits,
I just need 4 more.
All right. I don't know, Karen.
I mean, these are things that sometimes
I might not be, but about. You might not. You obviously won't be there. I'll probably go before your ass. So what am I
hold that?
I'm gonna hold the credits for you. like, what am I gonna be? And this is what's fucking weird about this discussion right now. But all I can think about is me at the gate with St. Peter. Like, nah, she coming. I got her.
And I'm like Rose in the Titanic.
And I'm like, shit. No, she's coming. No. He's gonna be like, you need to go behind the gate, Alex. No. But she's coming. I know. She told me. I'm pretty sure. From what I heard, she's here. She's on this line. And they're gonna be like, and then you're gonna see like other people that know me. Yo, Al, what's up? Nah, yo, I can't. I
gotta focus right now.
I gotta focus now because this bitch is around here. I'm sorry, St. Peter. I don't know why I'm cursing. Yeah, I know you told me about that. And I'm like this.
Alex. Alex.
I got you, girl. I got you.
Oh, she's over there. You see her right there?
Yeah, but that's her.
The curly hair.
She only got 8.5 credits, right? So here's the rest of them. I pay it forward. Girl, I got you. I'll meet you inside because I can't stay out here with the bad people. I'm good.
Bouncer. St. Peter's. We done turned the Archangel St. Peter into a bouncer. Okay,
that's who's at the gate. I just wait for somebody to be like, bitches, it's not St. Peter.
Yeah, it's I don't know. It's St. Raphael. Saint. No, I don't know why I have a St. Gabriel. I think it's St. Gabriel.
It could be one of them, but all I know is they're gonna be like, you need to go behind the gate now because you can't be out here with these hoodlums. We have not made them holy yet, Alex. I'm like, all right, well, here's my shit, but that's her number 85.
But you know what? Somehow I see them, whether it's Gabriel, Raphael, St. Peter.
I think honestly we're gonna go to hell, Karen. I think just for that.
I mean, so I don't think we really had time to discuss our best friend Yedisa, right? So this is a nice little segue to introduce our best friend in memoriam, right? So Alex and I do have this friendship of 15 plus years, but it all stems from a mutual friendship. My college buddy and her childhood buddy, Yedisa, who we lost in 2012. Yeah, we lost her in 2012. And so, I hate to think that our audience would think we laugh about death and, but when you have, and Alex not only has lost her best friend, but she's lost her mother. And, I think that once you've dealt with a passing of someone so close to you, you see death a little differently, right? You not only see it as part of life, like upfront and personal, right? But you kind of like take a more passive approach to it. Like, if it happened to her at a very young age and she suffered from cancer and the disease, she succumbed to it. So it's kind of like one of those things where it's just, you start feeling like, it's going to happen to me one day. And, she did it, she's died and we've lost her. And so it's kind of like not a blasé topic, but you're kind of more passive about it. You're less stressed about it. So we do kind of make fun of it, right? We make fun of it because.
Well, I think that with everything, with sadness comes, you have to look at things in a lighter way. Like death obviously is not a fun topic.
No.
Right? And I don't know where we just went from weddings to marriage to now death. We don't went through the whole cycle.
I have a point. Trust me. It'll all coincide.
Oh, you're going to bring it back? Okay. Yes. So I just feel like, not that I don't get sad when someone passes or especially dear to me or anything. I've seen a lot, unfortunately, people that I love die and close. And so when we're joking like this, it's more because even with her, Yedisa, we used to joke, even for her, what is it? Not
like our funeral arrangements.
Her, what is it when you go up there?
Her, eulogy, her eulogy.
Eulogy. She would even say when you go, I've already decided Karen can't go up there. She's going to be bawling the whole time. Alex, you go up there. And when I went up there, I was making jokes.
Yeah.
Because I was crying in the beginning, but then I also remembered that she would want me to wrap it up. And I made fun of, and I made some jokes for people to laugh because, there's no right way to deal with death and stuff like that. And we're over here talking about the gates of heaven and we don't know what the hell that's going to be. But I always joke with Karen, I'm trying to get in the VIP section of this thing because I don't feel like I should be waiting online with everybody else. Mind you, I'm not a saint at all. There's going to be saints waiting online. Mother Teresa had
literally. Literally.
And I'm
people who have devoted their entire lives to Christ and to God.
And I'm going to be but did you raise $300 for the kiddie walk? It's bitch, I've opened up refugees. I've helped
fed the homeless.
I've helped blind children. I'm oh, okay, maybe you need to be in front of me. But where you if anybody's taking offense to this, you shouldn't, because again, after darkness there is light, whether you believe it or not. You never forget the person, but you learn to move on with life, but it's in a different way, but you still push through. It's just, so that's, that was our little fun game.
Well, in that, and the reason why I brought it up is because as she was growing sicker, right, she too would make fun of it. She too would laugh. And she would say things like, don't worry, I'm going to keep our condo in hell. Like nice and settled for you guys. Or she'd be like, look, I'm going to put a good word in for you up there with the big man. Okay. So try to keep it like chill. Don't do anything outlandish. Don't do anything stupid because I'm going to go up there and I'm going to talk to him and make sure that you guys got an in. Like that was always the joke, the running joke. And so, again, it's something life is so, full of surprises, and it's sad moments, it's happy moments and stuff like that. And just taking to laughter when you discuss moments like that is, to me, and I know you feel the same, is important, right? Yeah. So, I only brought this up because I don't want anybody to get offended, and it's true. We do laugh and we do things like that. But I do also have many questions about the existence of heaven and stuff like that, like any human being. Not that I don't believe its existence. I do. It's just, I have questions like, oh my God, who do I spend eternity with? Like, what do I do? Will I see my husky that died 20 years ago? You know what I'm saying? Like, I see things like that.
Would that be of any importance anymore? And not only that, I want to know.
It's part of my memories.
No, but here's the thing. Mm-hmm. But I want to know, is that like, when we die, do we get a choice of what we look like once we go back to heaven? Like, I don't want to look like an 80 frail lady, but then whoever knew me as my grandchild, that's all they remember me. So then they're going to see a young lady and I'm like, who's this? Oh, I'm your grandma. No, you're not. You don't look like her.
Well, what if you come back so on Netflix?
Oh, you all up in reincarnation shit.
Wait, no. I'm not talking about reincarnation, right? But on Netflix right now, and I pointed it out to my sister yesterday, they brought on When Dreams May Come, which is like an old Robin Williams movie.
Oh my God.
So fucking depressing. Nobody watched that unless you
I saw that. I saw that movie.
Sadness in your heart.
I was literally like,
that's the saddest movie ever.
I know at that point, Robin Williams wanted to like break into like drama and shit, but I was like, this did not go well. It's not.
It was horrible. It wasn't him, because I love Robin Williams, but he dies, his children die, his wife commits suicide, everybody. But the point is that he sees the spirits of, well, not the spirits, but who come to him in this afterworld are his children. But his son, he's white, his son comes back as Cuba Gooding Jr.
I didn't get that whole fucking thing. That's why I didn't understand.
His daughter came out back like an Asian woman from like she was like the memory of like a stewardess. Like something. It was just so bizarre. And I'm like, but what if what if you're in heaven reincarnate? What if I'm Madonna up there?
Poor Madonna. But she still looks the same.
Did you just say poor Madonna?
First of all, why poor Madonna? Poor me. Fucking Madonna's over there fucking a 25-year-old. Go, girl. 60 years old. Shit. But you know why, Karen? Because Madonna does the blowjobs in the morning, and this kid probably gets.
I don't know. I don't think Madonna does the blowjobs in the morning. I think Madonna gets eaten in the morning. Madonna's the man in the relationship.
You think that's what happened with J-Lo? Do you think
J-Lo gives the blowjobs in the morning?
You think so? Because J-Lo moves on very quickly when she's done with you. So I think
that's a lot of blowjobs. That's a lot of different dicks.
That's a lot of Ubers. It's a lot of Ubers going.
Why Ubers?
You go from one dick to another. It's like you gotta take a lot of Ubers.
These are rich men. This is not your and mine's time in society and level or tier. They drive away in their freaking Ferraris or their Bugattis, what the hell they have. I don't know. The fuck?
You're like, it's not the guys that you hang out with out.
No, bitch. You need to stop having them Uber dudes. We need to go up a tier. Maybe someone who drives.
No, sometimes you can't find parking. They're like, I just get an Uber. And you can't park here. There's no parking.
Those are excuses. But going back to marriage. So did you notice, we weren't going to do trending topics, but we've already touched upon J-Lo. And I kind of like to do trending topics when Esti's with us. But did you see the latest when Thirst Trap Khloe Kardashian posted a picture of her like showering in a bikini? And I think it was Lamar who commented or put some heart emojis or some shit. Mm-hmm. And Tristan came back and was just like, listen, God brought you back, but don't let me put you where you were.
First of all, yeah, when I saw that, I was like, oh, hell, that's horrible.
You know what? Couldn't that be a text between y'all? I don't need to see that shit in my social media.
Why you gotta post that? And first of all, she's done with both of you motherfuckers. Like, she don't want either one of you.
I hope she doesn't.
You ain't any better than Lamar Odom because you've had numerous chances, motherfucker.
And you fucked them all up.
You cannot stay faithful. Like, but here's the thing. Like, I don't know where she thought, and I know ladies, we always think we gonna change him. He gonna be different with me. But when you got with a man that already cheated, like you were the girl, the rebound or whatever, while he had a baby mama, he ain't gonna be any different with you.
Actually, he got with Khloe when his baby mama was still pregnant.
Well, that's what I'm saying. What makes you think he gonna be any different?
Yeah, no, women always listen. I think I heard a saying says the way you get them is the way you keep them, or some shit like that. So if you got them pretty sus, like she was somebody else's, or you were somebody else's, or whatever the fuck it is. That's basically what's going to be. It's going to happen. It's just going to continue.
You wrote it
lose her in the same manner.
You wrote it for yourself that way.
Yeah.
I was just watching a documentary on Netflix about this Brazilian chick that she was married to a really big tycoon in Brazil. She killed him, chopped him up. I don't know about this chop him up shit lately. And then whatever.
That's
ended
dirty
up
business.
And then finding out that she was an escort, that he used to buy her. Then he fell in love
prior to their marriage.
Right. But he was married she was his escort for 3 years. They were dating while he was married, and he had a little girl. He left his wife to get married this escort, had a little girl with her, started cheating on her with another escort, and was about to leave her for her. So it was like same pattern, but this one killed him, so he don't move on.
Yeah, she was like, listen, the buck stops here. But in fact, it stops at your thigh bone.
I don't know how people be dismembering shit, but she was like, well, how? And you know what their excuse was? Well, how else was she supposed to get him out of the apartment? You Brazilian motherfuckers are crazy. I ain't fucking with y'all.
That's really
I was like, how you get him out of the apartment? I mean, yes, she was like, well, I mean, she had to do what she had to do. How was she going to get him out?
What happened to the old way of rolling him up in a rug?
But the problem is she was like literally 90 pounds, Karen. You see a little ass bitch rolling. I mean, but she
was an escort. She can contact one of her old fucking dudes that have muscle and get them to like
Karen, but I need to find out the luggage she was using for all these body parts, because that shit did not leak. It lasted. She was rolling it very easily. So I'm like, damn, as much weight was in there. I need to find out when I go abroad. Like, I could put shit in there and you should see it in the camera.
Basically, like, Judge, can I just ask her a question?
That must be a Tumi or something.
Was that a Samsung?
That must have been a Samsung.
No, Samsonite.
That bitch was rolling. They show you the video of her rolling the luggage, and very easily with body parts in their head. And I'm like, yo, how do you cut up your man, your husband? So let's go back to marriage now. Say you done did this crime, Karen. You cutting up your husband. Are you still angry at this point? Because
hell yeah, every cut to the joint, she's hacking with gusto, with
apparently very clean cuts too. She had very clean cuts. They were like, it was like a professional. They were like, it must have been a surgeon. This is some crazy bitch.
I would think, so I would be the prosecutor on this case, and I would be like, let's look at her history and see if she's done this before.
No. They found out like she went to nursing school and stuff like this, and she was, but still, Karen, at that point, as you're cutting your man's head off, after being with him for how many years, is there any guilt, or you're just like, I'm sorry, but we got to do this because how am I going to hide this?
I mean, we don't know the intricacies of their marriage. Maybe they had a business arrangement and she's realizing that her goose with the golden egg is done. He's going to leave her and bounce. And
no, that's what she did. No, she put a private investigator and she found out that he was fucking another escort. But what I'm saying,
she could have just took him for a ride, like literally taken him to court and say, I want half.
Is that what you would have done, Karen, for marriage? Like marriage, I feel is like they're like, I gotta pay and go to court. I'd rather just
but
kill you.
I don't want to be
just killing each other though. I feel like people are killing, like spouses are just killing each other because it's less costly.
Well, let's not give any of our followers and listeners any ideas, okay? You know,
I'm sorry.
Disclaimer, we are not responsible for any of your dumb decisions. We are just discussing a documentary on Netflix, okay? We went from marriage,
it's full circle.
Death, heaven, and now it's murder, okay? So...
Would you kill, would you, I know after a couple of years, you just look at somebody, you're like, I'll fucking kill you. Or,
or you look at them like, I know exactly how I can kill you. Just try me.
So maybe, I guess I'm just cryptic like that. I guess maybe now I'll definitely have nobody giving me a call. They'll be like, nah, bitch, we heard you want to
We heard you. And you watch these documentaries.
You're giving out BJs and then you're cutting us up. I couldn't do that ever.
Morning BJs and then death.
But Karen gave look at this, Karen, you gave good advice now to give morning BJs as long as they bring you coffee.
That was not necessarily my advice.
But that was good advice.
That was a good attempt at what I was trying to say. I was just saying, let's go back to the old bartering system, right? You do something for me, I do something for you. So as long as I know and I'm guaranteed that breakfast is going to be served, then I will throw it back or give you a BJ. One or the other. But if I have to wake up and I just spent energy and now I don't have any I start off with 0 to begin with. Then I gotta fucking throw it back at you. And then I gotta get up so that I can make breakfast for all these human beings and a cat. Nah, B, I can't. So that's where the barter system comes. I'll give it to you.
So that's good for people that are thinking of marriage or want to go in for the long haul. There should be a barter system.
Yeah,
barter system.
I think so. I think that before you decide to take that leap into the next, whether it's even living together with someone, right? Because
that's good advice. I'm gonna bring that up
drastically, right? If you've never lived with anybody and then you move in with someone, or just in general, it changes your life because you could have lived with 3,000 men. Everybody's different, right? So I'm just saying. I was just being extremely exaggerating, but I was just saying.
With a lot of men, bitch.
Yeah, that's a lot.
I want to see what that's a lot of Ubers.
That's a lot of Ubers. But you know what I'm saying? Like, you could have lived with 3 other men in your life or whatever, but nevertheless, everybody is different. So everybody comes with their own habits and nasty things or whatever. But regardless of the matter, I think before you make that final decision, I think a sit down is necessary. And I think it's something that, okay, so what are your expectations? These are my expectations. I really prefer to crap with the door closed and in silence. Please don't talk to me in the door, at the door. We can hold that discussion. It's not, unless one of the kids are bleeding, we don't need to speak through the bathroom door or with the bathroom door open. That's all.
We can obviously tell that there's a bathroom issue at your house because this happens all the time. She's like, because we don't need to talk while I'm in the bathroom trying to take a shit.
Listen, it happens. If my kids run in, I even have my cat running in now into the bathroom. I'm like, oh my God, I can't even escape. I can't even release my bowels without someone wanting to talk to me. So yes. So that is very important to me.
Smelling that shit.
They don't care.
Kids are crazy, weird. I was like, all right, I'll catch you when you're done.
Well, it's funny, right? So my daughter is doing to me exactly what I used to do to my mom. So I used to go and want to talk to my mother in the bathroom. And it was dumb things. I wasn't even talking anything. I was a little girl. And I'd be like, oh God, mommy, it smells it. She'd be like, of course, because it's mine. Get out of here. I'm in the bathroom. And now my daughter does the same thing. She'll want to talk to me or show me something on her TikTok or whatever. And I'm like, Emily, I'm in the bathroom. She's like, Mom, it smells in here. I'm like, I'm not baking. Get the fuck out of here. Go. Get out of here.
I don't think I'll be ready for that. I'll be like, no, this is my time.
Dude, there are people who hide out in the bathroom. Like literally like, I'm in the bathroom. And like are just sitting there and just having like a mental like
breakdown, huh?
No, but I can't even, I mean, that's impossible because there's constantly someone in there.
Well, you know what, Karen? Good luck with that because I can't have the shitty smells and then
well,
the kids
Alex, be prepared because you want children, right? And so that is quite frankly,
but you know, I have
the most contentious topics a mother could have. You talk to 10 moms and 9.5 of them will tell you children come into the bathroom when you're either taking a shit or taking a bath.
You know why though, Karen? You know why? Because you're most vulnerable right there. We're gonna get a yes out of you, so you can get the fuck out of the room.
Them little bastards are fucking strategic as shit.
Because they're like, if I catch her in her vulnerable state where she's trying to push out some shit, she's just gonna say yes, so I can get the fuck out. Mom, can I go to Susie's?
So true.
Mom, can I go to Susie's house? I'm in the bathroom. I know, Mom, but get the fuck out. Well, Mom, I really need to know. Okay, yes, get the fuck out.
Yeah, you are. You know what, Alex?
I know these kids.
I know them. You know them because you were one of them. That's why.
I'm not a mom yet. And man, let me tell you, if you call me in that vulnerable state, I'd be like, listen, okay, whatever you want, just can you get out of here? Because it's fucking bad. It's about to go down in here. And I can't have you in here with me.
See? And so, you know, like,
we always talk about shit. You know, there's
a partner, he just wants to talk to you. So my day was, you can't tell me this when I'm getting out. Like, I don't stay long.
Or not only that, you be like, you can't talk to me at dinner. That's why we don't talk. We don't have anything to talk about at dinner because
you talk to me at the shitter.
Well, I have so much to look forward to in marriage.
You do, Alex. But I think I'm telling you, make that Excel spreadsheet.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna be like, so if I give you this, I get what?
Yes. So that make it like your column, his column, and in between the compromise. Okay. If you want this and he wants
Wednesday,
this,
Friday.
what do you do? Maybe BJ's every other day.
Right.
And in between, he could get you coffee or breakfast. So if you
I'll accept maybe waking up to a penis in my face, but if that's
if it's followed by a cup of coffee.
But the coffee better be right next to you.
Piping hot. Like that smoke better be billowing.
Or you better buy me the thing that keeps it warm.
Oh my God. Some bullshit. Hot plates. All right. So, and when I finish
this is all BJ, very good stuff.
Wait, and when I finish this BJ, that shit still better be hot. Okay.
Well, that's why you need that warmer shit.
That hot plate.
FYI, I can't wait to publish this episode because my father is now following us.
Oh, well, my mom follows us, but I can't tell you that she listens to an episode.
He's gonna be like in increments. He's like, "What's BJ? BJ what?"
Oh my God!
BJ. I'm like, Dad, black jelly. Like I just because I like. Where the fuck did I get black jelly from?
You could have said black jam or something like that.
This jelly jam, whatever. What's the fucking difference? There's a difference, but I forgot what it was.
Oh man! Well, you can say, Dad, that's a short version of PB&J.
About what?
It's a short version of PB&J.
He's not gonna know what the fuck that is in there, but I'm pretty sure my brother will be like, you know, your daughter's over there talking about BJ's in the morning, right? This is what you've raised.
Yes.
Congratulations. Oh my God, I didn't say that.
Poor George. He's going to be like, Alexandra, is this how I raised you?
With the BJ in the morning and the coffee.
BJ,
I'm like, Dad, at least I asked for coffee, though. You know, respectful woman. At least I got coffee, you know. We'll see how it goes. This is gonna be nice to like bring up.
This is an experimental episode, and so you know.
Yeah, so when it happens, we'll bring the guy on and he'll be like, listen, she came out with some list when we first started going out of like when I wake up.
But I'm not even saying it from the first. You don't have to do it at the beginning.
No, Karen.
You're going to move to the next level of your relationship.
No, women.
Oh, you want it off the gate, out of the
men and women now. We need to start being real with each other from the beginning. Stop holding back, and then all of a sudden you find out he's a schizo. You need to right off the back be like, listen, if we're gonna go on date 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm gonna be coming out of pocket, and you're coming out of pocket and wasting my time, and also me missing out on Real Housewives, like. It's a problem. Okay. I'm sorry.
Is that what you're going to be like complaining about? Like, if you gotta make it worth my while, because if not, I'd be like home watching.
I'm sure there are many women that are listening to this, or men, that they're like, I could have watched the game. Instead, I went and fucking dealt with this crazy bitch that all she kept talking about was.
Do they still have the game? The show?
No, not the game, the show. Like an actual game, like a baseball game or football game or whatever game. Mm-hmm. Or I could have been like, I done got dressed up and put makeup on and heels to meet with this silly bastard. Like, you know, and all I hear about is...
Listen, that's part of the making it wild for like making it wild. But
that's where at the first date, if there's going to be... So the first date, you don't come out of your mouth like this. But I think after the third date, you're like, okay, obviously we like each other, right? And this is going to move on to maybe in the bedroom, depending on what you buy me. Depending where we go eat for dinner, right?
Those 3 times.
Because I've actually had a date where he's like, I'm like, oh, where are we going? He's like, I'm going to go to this pizza spot and like sit in the car and eat the $1 pizza. And I'm like, and then he'll be like, you want to come over to my place? And I'm like, after the $1 pizza? I'm like, no, I'm good. I'll take my $1 pizza and I'm going to take my ass back to my house. But these guys are...
That is a fucking waste of time.
Karen, such a waste. These men, but people are like that where they're like, what? But I bought you pizza. You bought me $1 pizza. Nasty fucking pizza too. Yeah. That wasn't even good shit. Mm-mm. But anyways, so I think we're going to have a dating discussion. We're going to have a dating episode.
Yeah. I think it's a good thing. You know, we've already had Lisa and you, and that was a very well-received episode.
No, we're going to do a dating. Like, we're going to put someone out on a date.
You want to do an experiment.
Yes. I want to do like a 3 dates, right? Like maybe
who's going to do it? You're going to do it? You're the only...
No, I don't have time for people. I'm like, listen, it's just... What do you do?
Okay, so right now we are listening. We are to our listeners. If any of you want to participate in this experiment, because it's Alex's idea, but you know I'm kind of interested too. We'll pay for the meals if it comes to that.
We'll take you to my restaurant. Damn, we got
yes, that's true. Santorini restaurant in Sleepy Hollow.
Yeah, and then we'll send you to 2 other ones, right? But I would love to be the ear in this date. Like I want to know what goes on the first date, what's the second date, and then if it goes to 3rd date, and they haven't banged yet. Okay. Because some people will bang on the first night, but I want to see if they can last, or if they don't, they're like, nah, we just.
Okay, let me see.
We're gonna find
if we have some brave souls out there who are willing to participate.
People are trying to get laid, Karen. There'll be somebody.
But that's my point. No, they do want to get laid. So this is a waste of time for them because
it's a free meal.
Some people literally like, I gotta wait 3 dates before I get some ass.
No, I'm gonna give you 3 dates. Let's see if you can make it to 3 dates. They might be good at just 1 date and be like, fuck it, we couldn't wait.
Okay.
So that's gonna be a good one.
But let's put it. So we're putting it out there. Anybody who would like to participate in this, Santorini Restaurant will host one of the dates. Maybe the first
date. To McDonald's on the second one.
The second date, McDonald's, and I don't know, Chipotle for the 3rd one.
We'll figure it out. But I want candidates, like men and women that are willing to hook up for just 1 week. We'll do a 3 dates in 1 week.
Okay. Let's see. I don't know if Esti's going to be down with it. She's going to be like, what the hell? I was out for 1 episode, and this is what the fuck you guys are doing.
Yeah, bitch, because you're not here, so we done made an executive
We had to come up
decision.
with some ideas.
We came up with an executive.
This now became the Pretty and Petty dating show.
It would be great. I think you get some crazy people together. I think it'll be fun. We might be Cupid. I'm really good at Cupid.
Maybe we are. Who knows, Alex? Maybe that's a side hustle we can have.
You gotta pay me. Fuck that.
Well, anyway, thanks everyone. I hope that we were entertaining without our third party. We miss you, Esti. We wish you were here today, but Alex, it was fun. It was great, and I hope our listeners liked it. Guys, don't forget to follow us on Pretty and Petty Instagram, Twitter also, and YouTube. Okay, and me, Empress Energies Co, and my Petty Scopes, which is also on our YouTube channel. And that's it, I think.
I think we missed y'all, so we'll be coming back with more bullshit.
Yes, because that's what we like to talk about. So sit tight. We got more for you guys, and we'll see you next time. Peace out.